Hi guys, welcome to my lunch in my kitchen. I'm going to teach you how to make tacos with like a red kidney bean, black bean mixture. It's going to be good and they're pretty easy and they don't actually take that long to make. So we've got, of course, our black beans, our red kidney beans, some mushrooms to go in the mix, red pepper, some avocado to go on top, some cilantro to go on top, and some lettuce, and some nutritional yeast for the flavoring, and some corn tortillas to put the tacos in. So we're gonna cut up half an onion into little like diced slices. So just chop it up as you know how. My chopping skills are not the best. And then we're gonna cut up a bunch of mushrooms. So I slice them in half and then I just chop them up like seen here. And then we're gonna get a red pepper and cut it in half and then cut it also into little chunks as well. You could also use an orange or a yellow pepper, whatever you have on hand. So when we cook, we use water to cook our food instead of oil. So I always get like a glass ready with water in it so I can add it to the pan and then keep adding it as the water evaporates. So we're just gonna turn this up a little bit past medium heat. So we're just gonna add some water to the pan. Don't mind our awful pan, we really need a new one. Now we're gonna add our onions to the water in the pan and start cooking the onions. While the onions cook, it's time to open a can of red kidney beans and also a can of black beans. So as you can see, the water's evaporated, so I just add a little bit more water in to cook the onions some more. While the onions are cooking, we're gonna drain a can of black beans and a can of red kidney beans, and then we're gonna rinse them off. So top tip for you guys, sometimes you're cooking and then you accidentally add too much water because you're not paying attention. If you just cook it a little longer, all the water will evaporate. But if you feel like you have too much, you can always just pour it out. And that's how you fix that problem. Now that the onions are slightly cooked, I'm gonna add in the mushrooms and peppers and start to mix everything together. You can cook the onions longer if you want, but I like to do things fast, so that's why I'm already mixing the mushrooms and the peppers. Now I'm adding a little bit more water so everything doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And I'm prepping the stuff to go in my tacos. So I'm slicing up an avocado here into little chunks and scooping them out. And then I got this lettuce. It's so pretty. I never really buy dark lettuce, but I'm happy I did because it made the tacos look cool. And then cut up some cilantro if you like cilantro. Don't forget to stir your veggies while you're chopping everything up. Now add in your beans and give it a little stir. And then to flavor it, we're gonna add in a bunch of nutritional yeast, like a lot. Stir that all in. And then I add in about half a container of salsa. Doesn't look like that there because I already added it and I forgot to film it. So add half a container of salsa. And then add in some chili powder if you have some. I know I didn't tell you to buy it, so if you don't have any, that's totally okay. It'll still taste good. And give it a little stir. We're almost done. Add in some pepper. I wouldn't say you need any salt because the salsa has lots of salt in it already. Now that our food is all cooked, we just have to warm up our corn tortillas. So we're gonna put them in the oven at 350 for a couple minutes. You just wanna check on them because they just need to be warm. They just taste better. The texture is weird if you eat them cold, but you don't wanna make sure that they get too crispy. So 350, probably like 2-3 minutes. Popping them in. While we're waiting for the corn tortillas to heat up, I just wanted to say that I'm not a professional cook. I just taught myself to cook. I don't know how to chop things properly, but I don't think you need to know how to chop things properly to eat plant-based. You just cut them up. And like when I cook things, I just add stuff and then taste it. So say you added some salsa and then you taste it and it doesn't taste flavorful enough. So you would add more salsa in there, add more nutritional yeast, and that's kind of like how I cook everything. I'm always tasting it and trying it. And then adding as I go, and the more you cook, the more you'll like start to understand, oh, I need more salt, or oh, I need more pepper, or maybe I want to add some more of this. And I find that like I cook my veggies like to a different amount every time. If I'm in a rush and I'm making a stir fry or this, like I won't cook my onions till they're completely soft. But obviously that changes the flavor and stuff like that. But it's totally up to you because with veggies you can eat most of them raw, so it's totally fine to just have some crunchier veggies, or if you like have more time, you can have some more soft stewed veggies. It's totally up to you. I also wanted to say that like timers are your best friend. I never actually use them, but I should because I'm so all over the place all the time. start cooking and then all of a sudden I'll go and like start putting my makeup on or start brushing my teeth, forget to have something out here. If I put a timer, then I would be reminded. Luckily I have my sister, she kind of walks in and she's like, Stormy, did you forget about this? Stormy, did you forget about that? So if you're anything like that, I would set timers so you don't burn your food, but just remember it's okay, and people burn food sometimes, but you can still cook. Woohoo, we made it to my favorite part, plating the tacos. So we're gonna put the bean mix on first, and then we're gonna plate it with this nice dark green leafy lettuce, and then we'll pop on some of our avocado, yum. And then some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, just leave it out. Valentina is my favorite hot sauce. You can get it for a couple dollars basically at any store in the Mexican section. I love it. If you don't want to put hot sauce, you can add salsa on top instead. Or nothing. Okay, so just sitting down to have my tacos. And we have so much extra. So I just plated mine, not my sister's right now because she's not hungry. But you can have all this left over, and then like for lunch next couple days, you can have tacos as well. Because you just heat up the corn tortillas for a couple minutes and then pop this stuff in, and then you've got your, well, maybe microwave that. Then you have your tacos. So I put hot sauce on mine, but you could also add more salsa if you wanted yours to be like more of a wet taco, or if you just want more salsa. It's good. It's super flavorful, that stuff. And if you don't like, if you don't have red beans, you could just put 2 cans of black beans, or just do it with 1 can. If you don't like mushrooms, you could take the mushrooms out, add an extra pepper. It's totally up to you. But thanks for coming to my kitchen and watching how I cook. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just like an average girl who didn't know how to cook and taught myself to cook. Tasty enough for me to eat and for my friends to enjoy.